My friends, why am I in front of the griller, you might ask? That's because it's actually a picture from last week. I didn't had the time this week to make a new picture for the first quarter of the month that I will use. But we are getting some there. We are getting there. We are getting there. So I wanted to build the headset, but yesterday friends came over. I fixed the PC of one of my friends. Then we installed some games. We ate some sushi, and then we watched some movies and had a nice evening, so to say. And today I was like, I can't finish the headset in like one day, since it has some nice PE parts. And those PE parts take at least half a day to assemble, bend, praying the super glue isn't too thick on it, and that you don't have to scrape them off, etc. etc. So what I did was the most sane solution that came to my mind today. I built something different and not stick to my plan for anything. So yeah, but for the first model of February, I am going to present you guys an Sd.Kfz 9 with some added 3D printed parts that didn't really fit, but this is something you will see at the end of the video. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the building process. So now we are building the engine. It's not great, but I think this is a like 2000-ish kit, so yeah, for that time it was semi-good. And while we are building it, you can see that I have a new camera angle. It's nearly top-down perspective, nearly. This is because I bought a new holder for my phone. Basically, I used a selfie stick with a little tripod where it stood on. It had some three legs on the bottom that you could fold out to have a tripod-ish thingy, but it was very unstable. And now I just got one that you can clip to the table, and then you can adjust your phone however you want. I used it today. I think it's way better than what I did before with the little tripod thingy. And I hope you like this. Also, this is enabling me to finally record in some decent quality 1/35th scale and some ships, which next, or this month basically, is focusing about. So last year in October when I built the Sd.Kfz 10, I built everything else except the wheels, and then I just went to the wheels and I was like, oh damn. So, and with the 72nd scales from Revell, the wheels are like the 5th or 6th step in its structures. So now we are already at the wheels. And yes, I didn't include the application of the tracks again in this video, but in the next videos I can, thanks to the new phone holder. So for the wheels, the first layer that I put on is very nice. I mean, it very nicely fits. It's some tight fit. You don't really have to put glue on it. I mean, yes, you do, because then when you put the last layer on it, it's actually connecting to those wheels. But for, this kit, I mean, I built it like 2 times before, but it's still the most relaxing thing just to put the running gear and the road wheels on this tank. It's really relaxing. Well, considering that I didn't really do good with the 3D printed parts. Also, the exhausts that I apply here, I haven't painted them as well. They are later on just in the primary color. I didn't even coat this model in sort of a, in black or white first as a primer and then went over it with the paints. No. I later on took a more, well, not really unnatural, but something that I don't often use approach for painting, which is post shading. And I think it kind of worked. Probably not. And here you can see the first figure that I wanted to use. Well, he's wearing a steel helmet because I plan to make this vehicle somewhere close to the front, or at least driving towards the front, so he might need the helmet in case of partisans or Russian breakthrough. Problem is, he didn't fit. The left arm is supposed to be laying on the door of a vehicle, like a Kübel or something similar, and I was like, I can't use that now. So I took someone else with a Schiffchen cap. I'm not sure if you can actually see him in the final results, but probably you can when you zoom in, but you won't really realize that he's there. But yeah, I may be going to include this vehicle in a diorama. I'm not sure yet, but maybe I will. And then it will be a diorama that makes sense. Kind of. Well, let's see what I'm cooking up this year. Let's wait for it first and then see what I cook up this year. So while, well, finishing the downside of the cargo area, I have to mention that I made a mistake. I forgot to glue 2 parts on before I put the fenders on. So yeah, I had to do them later on, and one is actually misplaced, not in its right position. Yeah, that is the typical flaw with my 1/72 game on it. Something is always out of place. And here you can see the planned version of the vehicle. We have the, well, cover over the driver's area. Then we have a cover a bit to the back and many different pieces of storage, etc. laying on there. And rolled cover on the front left. Spoiler, I didn't use that one because my airbrush was dirty and I was too, well, lazy to clean it and to spray the cover new. So yeah, it will be reused in a different Sd.Kfz in the future. As mentioned before, the base color is just some ordinary Tamiya XF63 German Grey. And as mentioned before, just some German Grey. Nothing special, just German Grey from the downside. I mean, on a diorama it won't be visible to anyone anymore, but yeah, it's not the best thing I have done, that's for sure. It lacks the, you know, the spirit of the model to just paint the parts like engine, exhaust pipes, etc. in some different colors, even though you won't be seeing it anymore in the future. But yeah, that's something I kind of regret, but I wanted to finish this video today so I can have 3 weeks with 3 videos, and then I can finally turn my eyes to a 1/35 scale project. And now we are at the post shading. Yeah, I could have done some better, but meh, it's kind of worth it. And also, as you can see, one piece snapped off, which is pretty sad. I didn't find it in my Pro Ultra Realistic airbrush station, which is a card box. And yeah, I didn't find it, so I had to replace it. And if you're wondering what this piece actually is, it's a measurement for where the vehicle ends. So basically it shows you when you're the driver, because you can't really see where the right side of the vehicle ends. It's an indicator. American trucks and I think Russian trucks, British trucks, every big trucks had it back in the 40s. Again, not really sure about the British, but I think American and Russians had it as well. Just if you're wondering what it actually is. And here you can see me using rubber black from Revell. It's an aqua color. I used it on the wheels before, and now I use it on those rubberish parts for the running gear. And yeah, I was shaking because I looked through my phone while painting and not at the model directly. And after I finished with the rubber parts, I painted the figure, then I painted the storage, glued everything together, and called it good. And there we have it, guys. 1/72 scale Sd.Kfz 9 from Revell. So first of all, yes, the cover, the front cover is not fitting. I know, I realized it after everything was painted and ready for the final assembly with super glue. And I realized, yeah, I am in my bedroom right now. I mean, my work table is next to my bed. And I was like, I don't want to have some toxic stuff floating around here if I use a Dremel. And I don't want to go to my balcony because it's dark outside. So yeah, we are stuck with that. Anyways, guys, I enjoyed building this kit. I enjoyed putting some, storage and stuff on it. Yes, one cover hasn't been used, and there were like 2 or 3 ones that I also left out just straight up from the beginning. But they will be reused on other vehicles in the future. So yeah, it's a great kit. I enjoyed building it. I remember back in 7th grade, I had to move with my father, and my best friend gave me this, or I bought this kit and gifted it to me on my birthday as a birthday present. And I built it. I still have it somewhere in my collection, and now I built it again. And the funny thing about this is why I bring it up. Like a few weeks before after my birthday, back then in summer, in July, in the first July week I had my birthday, and like 1 or 2 weeks later there was the holidays coming around and the last day of school in my hometown, and my classmates, they raised money, well, they collected some money for a gift, because I left, and they actually gifted me the same kit. And then I was stuck with 2 Sd.Kfz 9s. Yeah, with 2 9ers. So yeah. Good old memories. And now I relived some of those memories from my childhood while building this kit. Yeah, great kit. If you want to get it, don't pay more than 16 euros. It was an old Revell kit for 15 bucks. There's better kits on the market today. I just buy Revell, or mostly bought Revell for my collection because I grew up with it, I trusted it, I know it, for the German branch of the Revell company, it's always available everywhere I go to or on eBay, not like with Dragon, that I mostly buy online today and can't go into a shop because like the only shop with model kits is actually in my hometown, and they have Dragon from time to time, but not what I want. So yeah. Anyways, all the rambling aside, I think I made a decent job on this kit. And now we would come to the fundraising with the Pfand collection. That's pretty hard as German to say fundraising and Pfand. But yeah, we are still stuck at 39 euros and 8 cents. I haven't managed to end January with 45 euros because I wasn't able to collect some Pfand. As I mentioned before, my friends were over yesterday, so I had no time to go out hunting. And next weekend, there's the same on Saturday, the long building day for my weekends. I mostly build on Saturdays. Yeah, friends are also coming over at the evening, and we're having game night with tabletop games. So yeah, I won't be able to produce a video next week, I guess. But I think in the next 2 weeks, I maybe find some time to collect more Pfand. And as I mentioned before, I want to build a 1/35th scale model for the next video. So the next video will come out in 2 weeks. But until then, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like what you see, you might want to hit on the subscribe button if you didn't have already. And I wish you a very nice rest of your day.